This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome to Dr. TSPR show. This is Dr. Tangella Shiva Prasad Reddy alias Dr. TSPR. Namaste, Adab, hello, and a warm welcome to our guest of today, Professor Shankar Chatterjee, retired from National Institute of Rural Development, and to his honors, he has got so many positions, occupied so many positions in government of India, and I'm just trying to name only a few. And he's a very good environmentalist, a very good social activist, and he is known in different parts of the world for his enthusiasm, wherein the humans live in symbiosis with nature. That is his greatest asset. सर नमस्कार, आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है.
नमस्कार, आदाब,
A warm
सत
welcome
श्री
to you.
अकाल, and good evening to all.
Wonderful.
Now,
One
shall
second,
I
sir.
start, Dr. Saab?
One
So,
second. One second. Today's topic, and he has selected such a wonderful topic which is very close to my heart, and likewise many others. Many people forget the contribution of our tribals,
correct.
our forests, and those unforgotten landscapes, very difficult to go for people to tread in.
Will now be recorded.
So, sir, you just audio. When such
Fine.
is the case, today we have taken that aspect. What is the contribution of this our tribal folk? ऑडियो सर उसका बंद करिए
One
ऑडियो
minute,
हमारा.
1 minute. There is a problem. There is a problem. 1 minute.
Our tribal folk, what is that they have been contributing, how well they are contributing towards the sustenance of humankind as well as the environment in the form of upkeeping of forests and the nature. किस तरह हमारे आदिवासी भाई बहनों, उसको बंद करिए, साउंड वापस आ रहा है प्लीज. किस तरह हमारे आदिवासी भाई बहनों,
Your vibration is coming, Dr. Saab.
ये ऐसी रही है, डोंट अलाउ दैट.
Okay.
किस तरह हमारे आदिवासी भाई बहन हमारे वन संरक्षण करते हुए, किस तरह हमारी प्रकृति को बचाते हुए हमारी जीवन शैली पर प्रभाव कर रहे हैं. ఏ విధంగా మన ఆదివాసీ సోదరిమణులు మన అటవీ ప్రాంతాన్ని రక్షిస్తూ మన పర్యావరణాన్ని ఏ విధంగా కాపాడుతూ వాళ్ళ జీవనాన్ని ఏ విధంగా కొనసాగిస్తున్నారు అనే ఒక మంచి చర్చ ఈరోజు. ये इतनी अच्छी आज हम चर्चा में ले रहे हैं विषय को. दिस इज द टॉपिक ऑफ आवर आदिवासीज, हाउ दे हैव बीन प्रोटेक्टिंग द नेचर, एनवायरनमेंट, our own selves, human mankind, at the same time how they are eking out living. That is why we said we are starting from Araku in Andhra Pradesh, Araku Valley, then we are going to northeastern regions
Correct.
to understand the diversity of Indian lifestyles, and that too what a way to bring out our Adivasi, our tribals. We salute them, and now I ask our guest to present. Shall I play the PPT, sir?
Yes. And
Yeah.
before that, I would like to thank Dr. Saab, Dr. Reddy Garu, for giving me the opportunity to share few my experience across the country where I visited many tribal areas because I retired from a Government of India organization. Thank you, Dr. Saab. Thank you very much. So now I'd like to start with my tribal of Araku Valley plus Northeast and a few other places like Chenchus. So here I share my experience and also the data information gathered from the different secondary source. First, let us come to the Aroko valleys. Second slide, Dr. Saab. First
Yeah.
is about introduction. Fine. Second. Now, no. Second is that is not. Second is Aroko Valley. Wow. Now, when Aroko Valley question comes, that pranam goes to Aluru Sitarama Raju, because of very young age he was killed by the Britisher because of freedom movement. And today we are living in an independent country, free country, where we can speak anything, even to our criticize our government policies. But I have I've seen in China or many other places, very difficult, cannot speak. Anyway, so this Arukku Valley, because this the talk will go across the country and the world also. So for other purpose, I have given few information which I like to highlight from this slide. The Anantagiri and Suni Meta Reserve Forest, which are part of Arukku Valley, are rich in biodiversity, which is very important because conservation of biodiversity, I am member of some world committees, conservation of flora, fauna, this biodiversity, these are very important. And here bauxite has been discovered. So that beautiful hill range, really, I was in Switzerland, but I astonished when I see the Kashmir, Northeast, or our Arukku Valley, wonderful. These are not less than Switzerland. Anyway, next slide, Dr. Saab. As all of us know, the all of us know the tribal people who are the Adibashi. Adi means original. Bashi means there, dwellers. So they are the original people. They have done many things for the country. We see in the Ramayana, Mahabharata periods also, they are the cases are mentioned. And they are still conserving the nature. They never destroy the nature. Here, only problem with the present sense of our Adivashi, or now it is as per Constitution of India, they are known as scheduled tribe, because the scheduled in the Constitution they have been given that number, scheduled number, as per the rules. Now many communities are asking they should be tribal. You have seen, all of us seen in the television, that a few days back also in West Bengal there is a Kurmi community. They are demanding tribal ST status and rail loco going on just few days back, not even 1 month. Anyway, the little problem with the tribal people is that literacy, saksharata, पढ़ाई लिखाई हार उनका कमती है, particularly even among the women till today. Here I have presented the data of, it is also helpful for academicians, researchers, students, scholars. So 61, when country had total literacy rate of 24%, tribal people have 8.5. That is 1/3 only. Slowly, gradually, it has increased. Yes, now a lot of tribal people are doctor, engineer, civil service. Even in 2011, last census, now present census has to be conducted. In 2011, when our country's total literacy rate 73%, still they lag much behind. They have 59%. Means 60% is a first division mark, yet to get the first division. Even then, their practical knowledge, their idea, their experience, their wisdom about nature, about that different types of herbs, shrubs, trees, are really wonderful. Has to be appreciated. Now, next I am coming to, before coming to Arukku Valley, I like to little bit going to the northeast. Let us come from northeast, east to south. So here, I like to give some idea about the northeast. It is a Government of India source. There are northeast, I could visit due to of the Government of India. I worked in northeast office of Guwahati, only regional office, and Hyderabad main office of National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayat Raj. It is a very popular office in the country, even world, because lot of other functionaries, students have come from across the country, across the world to our country for this training. I have also conducted a lot of training for the foreigners. So there are 200 fascinating tribes. Fascinating means culturally they are very rich of Northeast. And many, these are report of source I have mentioned. But the problem is that if I mention 200 tribes, it will not take the space, and 1 hour, not 3 hours required. And so I'll mention some of the tribe names. And this Northeast, all of us know, there are actually 7 sisters, used to call 7 sisters. And few years back, after Sikkim included with the India, Sikkim has been included in the Northeast. There are 8 Northeastern states. Our academician, our children, our students, school, college students should know. That's why I have mentioned, and all these names I have highlighted. Now, the Northeast tribe, Aruku Valley tribe, Chenchus tribe of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana Chenchus are there. So the difference is that they looks like that Aruku Valley tribe looks like our physique, but Northeast tribes are different. Why? These tribes are, as per the report, Tibeto-Burmese, Pro-Australoid, that Khashi, Jaintias, and some groups of Indo-Mongoloid, that Manipur belt. So it is anthropological term, but since it is an academic discussion, I thought I should highlight this, and the others could also know. Now, sir, next slide. Yes, Northeast tribes, that 200 I mentioned, that it is not possible to mention. Garo, Garo tribe is mostly in the Garo hills of Meghalaya. Meghalaya actually 2 parts, eastern that Khashi hills, Jaintia hills, and another part is Garo hills. And whenever we talk Garo, greatest name, there are a lot of stalwarts in the country from Garo hills, and one famous person is our P.A. Sangma, who was our speaker. All of us know, even he was in the race in the president. So Khashi also another community who are in the Shillong belt, mostly we find. And whenever Khashi, there are a lot of very senior persons, popular leaders in Khashi, academician. But one famous name I like to say among the Khashi community who settled in Hyderabad, our Lingdo, GM Lingdo sir we call, because he was a senior IAS officer. He's pure Khashi community of Shillong and senior IAS. And he liked Hyderabad, and now he has settled Hyderabad or purchased his own anyhow. So Lindo Sahab was chief election commissioner and many senior position. So now Jayantia, Adi, Nishi, Angami tribe Naga, they know from thousand years ago, they know the bench terracing. By cutting hills, different types of bench terrace cultivation. It is called bench type, stair by stair. Still it is very popular. Bhutia, because Sikkim has come to India, or sorry, after annexation of Sikkim, so the Bhutia is the major tribe of the Northeast. Mostly Bhutias are found in the Sikkim, Gangtok, and entire this belt. Kuki is a tribe which also developing. Earlier they were not much developed. They had different culture. That's okay. I'll not go history. If you read the history, they are mostly concentrated in Tripura and Manipur. Rengma, Boro, we know Boro land history, we know now Boro land has got an university, Deuri. So like this, these are, as per the report, they are mentioning these are famous tribes. And by they are scattered throughout the region, Northeast. Even now Hyderabad and South India, many other places they have come settled. Christianism is followed among the tribes. Some follow Hinduism and Buddhism, Arunachal, basically Buddhism. And rest have their indigenous beliefs and practice of animism. They pray nature, they pray wind, they pray sun. So that way animism it is called. So I have given the 3 photographs to see. It is, first one is the Khashi, middle one is the Mizo. They are very culturally, any festivals, particularly that Christmas days, New Year's Day, lot of Mizo songs will come, and wonderful people I visited. They are very spontaneous, vibrant. And that is, last one was dancing. It is a Boro tribe. Now, just to get an understanding, so you can see the Mongoloid or that Australoid, whatever I have mentioned, it is found. Next, coming to the Aruku Valley tribe. And sir, about Sitaram, you have come, no, that one? No. Aruku No, about area, population, Aluru Sitarama, that one, Dr. Saab. Not coffee, I think before that. Another slide. Northeast, the tribal ladies, after that slide. No, that is over. You see about area, population, Aluru Sitaramaraju district. That is heading. Huh?
Araku Valley and tribal people are there, sir, now on the show.
About area, population, Aluru Sitarama, it has not come here.
No, one second. I'm just trying to.
You see, that heading is.
Is this the one, tribal communities in Araku Valley?
No. That north, after northeast, there is a. No. Before that, much before that, Dr. Saab, much before that. After northeast, that three photographs of the ladies. Next, otherwise, okay, maybe that it has. It has come. This one about area population, correct. Now, here I would like to say one thing. Since I have visited entire northeast region, interior parts, talked to many tribal people, I have observed regarding their food habit, it has to be mentioned that they are all non-veg. They eat meat basically, different types of animal meats, whatever are there available. Basically, pork is common. And because porks are most of them, and even in that sacrifice, etc., pork is done. Same thing I have seen in Aruku Valley. Anyway, that's why that is food habit. And like in our country, on plain areas, many of them are pure vegetarian. They do not eat egg. But nowhere the tribal people where I have visited, they are purely non-veg. No concept of vegetarian among them. Any festival also they eat vegetarian, non-veg, animal meat basically, or chicken, bird, duck, like that. This is the common feature among the tribals of entire country where I have visited, including the Aruku Valley tribes and Chenchus tribe and Tamil Nadu tribes, interior, so like that. Now, about the Aruku Valley population, one should get an idea. Total population of Aluru Sitaram Raju district is 9.4, about say 10 lakhs. And with 11 geographical area of Andhra Pradesh, it covers about 11% or 12%. And area I have mentioned. Population is not very high, that 4.66 and 4. Female population more. That is another important thing. Very nice. That is that more female, because that whatever unfortunate, the abortion, etc., that is not there in the tribal community. But we all know there are some places in India, like say, not to name, but it is glaringly clear, like Haryana, many other places, girl child or UP, many they prefer boy child than girl child. Many places I have seen, but anyhow, that is a different purpose. But here in the tribal people, women are get equal respect. Rather, many of the tribal people of Northeast, they are happy with the women because that is a working hand and they do hard labor, no doubt. And so male population in the male-female ratio, females are more than male in the Aruku Valley. It is as per the government. Aruku Valley means, sorry, Sitarama Raju district, in that district. So now, as we have seen that cultivators are only 12%, agriculture laborers are more. That is, of course, tribal people. Another problem now, of course, it is coming up, not come up, coming up. Saving concept is not there. I have seen in Tripura, I have seen the Karbi tribe, I have seen Lalung tribe of Assam, the Kuki tribe of Manipur, Tripura. They are earn and eat, spend, enjoy life, drinking little evening drinking, like that. Any function is there. And literacy rate among the STs in Andhra Pradesh, because Aruku Valley is in Andhra Pradesh, Aruku Valley is literacy rate is 49%, say 49%, but less than national average. That is also a discussion in the always that Andhra Pradesh ST, literacy rate is not very high. And ST people, ST that I have bolded that ST rate of literacy in Andhra Pradesh entire is 49, and Aruku national average is 59. So Aruku Valley also we have seen not much high. So anyhow, so next slide, coffee cultivation. We know Next, coffee cult. That why I'm highlighting what is that tribes. Mostly northeast, we have seen the paddy. Somewhere it is called, actually they are doing earlier shifting cultivation. Locally in northeast they call jum. Now it is banned because the entire forest is burned. Then new paddies in the hilltops they are doing anyhow, and they are mainly growing different types of spices in northeast, and ginger, some other spices. But in Aruku Valley, these, of course, it is due to the British impact. Coffee started, and in first line you see, coffee was introduced in the eastern Ghats of Andhra Pradesh in 1898, much before our birth and before our forefathers' birth. So many British period. By the British, yeah, by the British in Pamuleru Valley in East Godavari district. We know this East Godavari, all these are the belt. East Godavari is very East Godavari, West Godavari, this belt. So, and extended to Aruku Valley in the early 19th century. That coffee cultivation came in 19th century, that is in the British period. And after independence, Andhra Pradesh Forest Development developed coffee plantation. Many of us visited coffee plantation now. I have seen a lot of photographs. Different parts of Aruku Valley coffee plantations have been taken up. And now coffee board selected, it is entrusted to the Girijan Cooperative Society, called GCC, Girijan Cooperative Corporation. It is for the tribe. They are collecting. I have done some study earlier. They collect tribal produce and give them proper marketing price. Whatever honey, whatever gum, whatever tribals collect through GCC, Girijan Cooperative Corporation, they collect, and undivided Andhra Pradesh. And see, cultivator and this already I have highlighted. Now, let us give some idea about the museum. So, no, that's second slide. Not Aruku Valley and tribal people. Aruku Valley tribal people. Next, after coffee, Aruku Valley and tribal people. Okay, sir?
Yeah, it is there on your screen.
Fine, but I'm seeing that laptop. Now, as I mentioned, Adivasi, they are the original dwellers. We have read in the Rana Pratap periods or others period, everywhere we know about that. Even Ramayana, Mahabharata, a lot of Adivasi cases are there. So now, what are the tribal communities? It is an academic discussion, not a casual. So that's why I like to highlight tribal communities of Aruku Valley. Just we have seen Garo, Kuki, like that, Khashi, Jaintia. Aruku Valley's tribal community. Aruku Valley means Aluraju district, and mainly Aruku Valley. This district's court B. Mallis, Bagata, Gadaba, Koya, Nokadora, Sabara, and few other inhabited in the region. I had the opportunity to study one case of Nokadara tribal. Really amazing. Here I am presenting the case also. One thing I like to say, same thing I have observed here, same thing I have observed in Jews, same thing I have the Garo, Kashikuki, they marry among themselves. No, one tribal do not marry to, like Garo cannot marry to, do not marry to Kuki. Now its situation changed, but normally it is not. They are one tribe only among the tribe they marry. So anyhow, so one greatest advantage, but what I have learned, Aruku Valley people, yes, those days, earlier days onwards, they are only forest gathering, hunting, food gathering, but they have always believed that every time don't go and kill the animals. They only used to go, because I have talked to wide section of people of different tribal nature. In April, in Aruku Valley, this the hundreds years ago, in April month is their hunting festival. What, how they do? Only able-bodied male person, the strong male person, weak or handicapped, so they do not go. And the male-bodied persons in a group with their pet dogs, they go to the interior forest area. It is long back, 100 years, still it is practicing, but 100 years back, that is more their culture with the dogs. And say there are 50 people or 60 or 100, they divided in the small groups, say 5, 10, not be depending on the small groups I mentioned. And then they go with the spears, arrows, with the dogs, they go and hunt animals. After that, they make a spot, say there is some river near the stream or spring, they assemble evening time, before evening, and that is called hunting festival. That is in April month, is observed purely by the Aruku tribal valleys, the tribes which I mentioned about the tribes. So now about the museum. So this museum came in 1994. Incidentally, actually, I know him. Once he was an PRA, participated rural appraisal. That is a methodology, research methodology. And present Chief Secretary of Telangana, Somesh Kumar sir, was that time project director. But I undergone his training when he was on deputation in an international organization. That is okay, PRA. So I personally know him, closely know him. So this he was the when project director of the tribal, it is called Integrated Tribal Development Agency, ITDA, like DRD, District Rural Development Agency. Those who are in the line are aware. So that so Somesh Kumar sir took interest to set up that, and lot of tribal people, those are educated, they remember even that one Mr. Naidu is a local tribal museum in charge. He told about Somesh Kumar. Then I told her I know him, he's chief secretary. Telangana, that it was undivided Andhra Pradesh. So what museum we are finding? Museum is yet to develop. I visited September, and it is another way of extension. First floor will be there. Museum of Tribal Habitat, naturally. Photo, jewelry. Tribal people wear different types. Those days, bamboo jewelry, mud jewelry. Now, bamboo jewelry, mud jewelry are very popular in the world also. I visited about 50 countries. Many where I have seen Indian exhibition or Indian shops, bamboo jewelry and mud jewelry. These are very, very popular. So we know that West Bengal, there is a Bakura district, lot of tribal people. Government sent me for the district to study about 10 years back. Two, 3 times I went. They are also terracotta is very famous of Bakura district. Mostly they are more than 50% are tribal people. Yeah, then Muttadhara house, seeds gallery. What type of seeds? I told that they mostly gathering seeds, foods, hunting animals, and agriculture gallery. That tribal museum one can see, because I'm showing different parts. That now the why tribal museum. Next slide. It is very. It is just to highlight this. Any tribal museum. Next slide, sir. The Araku Tribal Museum, correct. Here
Yes.
only just to give an academic matter, that why it was there, traditional handicrafts, fine ancient tribes, their face, their way of living, beautiful art pieces, ornaments, textiles, all these things are like Tripura, still they call Pachora. The ladies wear different types of lungi types, or Boro, I have shown that this type of different dresses are here in Aruku Valley tribes, which they have shown. And then in the kitchen, what type of their kitchen, what was their puja room, and they have shown. It is another interesting thing. When of course it was plain people also believe earlier. I have also read in Bengal or Assam, it was their general people, other caste people, so-called forward. When there is a disease, they go for the witchcraft. हम लोग बोलते हैं हिंदी में झाड़ फूक करता, तंत्र मंत्र करता, फू करता. Same thing they have depicted in the museum. Earlier when there was बीमार होता था तो झाड़ फूक तंत्र मंत्र करता. Same thing I have observed in the northeast tribe. Same thing I have heard in Bakura tribal. Of course, ancient period I have heard that even plain people used to do, but non-tribal people. So all these things can be seen in the museum. And the dance, tribal dances, Mayuri, Dimasa. So these are just to give you an idea. Those actually my purpose is an academician that they should know, that others should know. If anybody is interested to do a tribal research, whether economics person or sociology person or anthropology person, they can get a very good idea by visiting the tribal museum. PhD or even that any research study. A lot of foreigners come, that is why. Now, tribal communities, their culture. Let me highlight what these are, not only from museum. After discussing with Naidu Garu, that in charge, he is the local tribal person, highly qualified. He's in this regard, I like to say his father was in CISF, Central Industrial Security Force, and long time posted in a place called Asansol Durgapur in West Bengal. So his early education, up to class 10th education was in West Bengal. So he's a little bit he Bangla knows, and he's very happy when he knows that I'm anyhow. So he explained many things to me. Just Hindi bolte hai, just English bolte hai in charge. So he has given me a lot of information, which I have collected from Museum Plus. Now, what is the culture? The hunting is always, I told, and we all know that the government of India also then different that when the breeding season of this fish, that time it is hunting, fish collection, gathering is stopped. Those days, rainy days, it was Supreme Court verdict. Same thing, tribal people, how they observe nature, because they know all animals they kill one day and they cannot survive. So except hunting festival, they used to go and whatever their need, they fulfill. They do not kill lot of animals at a time. See, other time, that's why in other time used to go for hunting only for surviving, need purpose. Their kitchen, it is a local tribal word, Randagore kitchen. All aborigines in their constructed earthen stove for cooking inside. We all know this is in our home also earlier, that earthen materials. And they used to collect that wooden spatulas. And one thing we have to remember, tribal people, whether they, now of course situation may be different, but tribal people never cut the trees for personal purpose, for others, and it is everything on the community basis. So the woods, spatulas, whatever falling and these they used to collect and burn. So worship room, yes, all tribal people, that is why their nature, they have a worship room. And worship room in the form of Almighty God. And basically they prepare, they go for praying to nature, sun, the different types of trees. And that is why they protect this. They call the trees are their Almighty God. So, but even one small puja room is always in the tribal houses may be found. Even in Madhya Pradesh, lot of tribal people, Chhattisgarh, lot of, there also beautiful tribal museum is there, Chhattisgarh. So now this to address any problem, let me come that the next slide, Dr. Saab. To address any problem, it is called Koda Dora or Dhash Karbar or traditional beliefs and worship. Next slide. Next slide. Next PPT.
Tribal communities in Arak Valley culture.
Wait. Now to address any problem, you see, Dr. Saab, next slide.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
to address earlier days, to address any problem, quarrel or any other major issue, same thing in Northeast also I found. Chhattisgarh, I would like to mention Chhattisgarh also. There are a lot of tribal people, beautiful tribal museum also there, local tribes museum. They used to take goats or chickens or pigs or pigeons. Here it is about the Aroko Valley tribal. So, and any family problem, quarrel, disease, different types of issues, but problematic matters. They take the 5 colored flowers, whatever animals or birds in their home, and offer to God where evening time, where in 3 streams, where 3 streams are, if it is assembled 3, always 3, it is not, some people say it is not good, Bodhi dosam, that is Telugu word, anyhow. So where the 3 roads mix up, anyhow. So if it is not there, 3 streams near the river, they go evening time, the local priest comes, they perform puja and do, and then sacrifice is made, whatever animals or birds are there. Whatever mentioned, that is there. 5 new nuts, 5 colored flowers apart from animals or birds. So this is their, this is the tribal culture. And next, coming to goat meat or nestakadium or friendly gesture. So next slide.
Yeah.
So now it is very common among the tribal people. Of course, our people, society means that together, a family to next houses also, that friendship and called society. So goat meat or this means, it is a local Araku Valley tribal people use, means friendship in the local language. Any festival, celebration, good deeds used to take place throughout the year. At this time, they politely approach the community and take part in a meet, goat meet it is called, or friendship meet. So what in the friendship meet they do, they invite friends home with their families, like our any marriage or any function. They handcuffed each other and swear wholeheartedly that friendship will continue. And we have seen the tribal dance, all hand together, ladies and ladies, dance, so they dance and they take the friendship, they take the oath that our friendship will continue. In the bad days, we will be together, good days, we will be together. Like that, that is every year they celebrate in the Aruku Valley. So this is only for highlighting, it is there. So, some more facts about tribal community. So this heading, one slide maybe double. Some more facts about tribal community. In the museum, there is a information about Bhajinia tribe. What is Bhajinia? It has, you got it, sir? Some more facts about tribal community. See,
One
there are
second.
3 points here.
Yeah.
I think this slide. Correct. In the music, there is a Bhajinia tribal. What is Bhajinia tribal? That's why I'm telling those who are interested in research, PhD, tribal art, tribal culture, and this that they I'm highlighting that they can take up the issues and can do a thorough study. Bhajaniya people play traditional musical instrument. This inter alia included Thudu, their word, Litaku, Dapu, Sonai, etc. And very music and tribal music also very beautiful. Northeast I have also seen. Here, of course, I did not see that when I went that time festival was not there. Madrukia is a festival celebrated during month of March, that is in Chaitra Masam. In this occasion, they cook food, all the villagers eat together. That is their culture and view. And different types of household utensils, already I mentioned, but here it has come, so it can be found. So now, this one case of tribal community, a lot of things are being seen. Now I like to highlight one case of now it is a very good masala selling by a ST community. It has come, sir. Masala selling. Okay. I think this is the slide because I'm here my mobile. I'm not able to see. Masala selling by a ST woman. It is by a study, quick study, and I have highlighted also this. Her name is Rani. 30 years old. Roadside, she has, next slide, there is a photograph, but not now. Let me highlight her case. It is a wonderful to see the tribal people are doing business. Now you see, over a period of time, earlier they do not know what is business. We have heard, we have learned, I have learned that tribal people were cheated by some person, falana आदमी लोग उनका cheat करता, बहुत उनका land ले गया, और शराब का बोतल देने से ये होता. Not this I have heard and many things anyhow. But it is wonderful to see that in the business, and local people say that a lot of tribal people are now in the business or in the job, whatever this the guest job or hotel job or others. The entire valley area, a lot of tourism sectors have developed like anything. But it is a purely my case study. Mrs. Rani or Srimati Rani, 30 years old, of 3 children, 2 sons, 1 daughter. Husband is an agriculture laborer, daily laborer, wherever goes. 5 members, but she is the main earner of the family. And 4 to 5 months she earns about, okay, she told 10 to 15,000, I assume, and earlier, later on, monthly 4 to 5,000. And whatever she is doing, roadside, there are a lot of others are also selling, but I interviewed her. She's good, and her sister-in-law, a college student, good in English, Hindi. So, and whatever Telugu I know, and they can speak also. Say, I got a lot of information. She is selling coffee powder in a packet, small 20-25 rupees, and bottle also. Different types of spices. What she told, these are totally connected from the local forest. Definitely, we have to have. There are a lot of, we have seen the spices are grown due to Andhra Pradesh government, forest department, and others initiative. And when I interviewed, she told September to March, very good time for earning income, February, March. And we have to believe her, it may be 20,000, but she told that monthly earning hovering around 12,000 rupees and 5 months, September to January, February. And other months, her average income 4,000. And husband is agriculture laborer earning. And own house, but no agricultural land. And regarding government support, she told that government of Andhra Pradesh or India, from government, Sarkar se milta, the 25 kg rice every month her family gets at the cost of 25 rupees. Means each 1 kg cost 1 rupee. एक रुपया में 1 kg राइस हिसाब से उनका 25 kg राइस मिलता. That way food need is served, but that rice का problem उनका पास नहीं रहता. So this is a great information that telling that yes, with the earning, my earning, husband earning, children, of course, naturally we know that there are some facilities for the tribal children, so no, not much costly. See, now in my next to my house there is a villa campus, there is a school, and any name I'm not mentioning. From LKG kids going to school, 1,10,000 is the school fees. Apart from that school dresses, etc. You imagine how that person will spend 1 lakh rupees, 1,10,000 rupees of LKG, the kindergarten school fees cost. Just backside of our villa campus, this is school located. Famous school, I'm not mentioning name. So, wood school, LKG, UKG, without 1 lakh per year is not in India, not on south or north, everywhere. So now that, of course, for them it is free. So Rani is happy. She is happily told all information. Now I am showing is Rani that wearing shari, the shari, wearing shari is Rani, the seller. The shops you are seeing, roadside shops. And when we returned, by this time all coffee were sold. So could understand business, lot of tourists, travelers come. And the sister-in-law, she was in that without shari, that whichever whatever kurta or etc. we can call, she is the college student and she is very bright. So now I like to show the few photographs. This tribal museum photograph, and this is the tribal scripts. Whatever, because I have collected this, both are English and Telugu written, and that I have transported, because whenever I mention what the Bajania community or Naghar or this, we have to be very careful about the information. Sharing information should be authentic. So these are the sources. Of course, discussion plus writing both together are supported. And this is a one case. It is the tribal market. Earlier in museum, it is collected from the museum. Earlier days, they used to sell like this in the small tribal ways, that near hamlets. There, but here it may be food grains. Here it may be that local vegetables. So these are the things, and mostly you know the bamboos are plenty. Canaan bamboos it is called. Canaan bamboos are grown widely, huge way in the tribal areas. So, and it is also we have observed. It is all of us know. Tribal ladies are very dynamic. Tribal ladies do arduous work, hard working. Whether you noticed, you have seen the back they tie the child baby and they do all work. Even in many other places, you see the paddy sowing, plantation, like that. They carry the child on the backside of the baby. Child means baby. They tie it and they carry the work. The ladies are very, very dynamic, very, very active, arduous. Men's are there, but men's little problem is that addicted little drinks, that much or thing. But otherwise, they are very simple, very humble, amicable, very helpful in nature. They do not know, even earlier there's no question, they will offer food, whatever they are cheating, deceiving, never, innocent people. Of course, every community there are good, bad, but yes, most of them are very innocent. Now also they will be finding, and we are all in general are all very good, otherwise world would have collapsed. With this, thank you, Dr. Saab, my presentation, and in general, the view of the tribal across the country, focusing northeast and our Aruku Valley Museum plus tribal people. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hats off to you, sir. What a presentation. Spellbound. And I salute both union and state governments.
Thank
Union
you.
government for the digital currency. I have seen their phone pay. Hats off to you. That is how the money will
Exists.
directly go into their accounts. I'm very happy. See, I'm sharing because this is hard-earned money. Their money is directly going into their accounts, and hats off to central government and state governments and for providing that much needed nourishment for them in the form of rice or whatever. And the other side, what I really don't understand, I'm not blaming any government, whichever government at the center or state, when tribal people are contributing. Now I am correcting myself. Even for freedom movement, Alluri Sitaramaraju, and Natashekara Krishna portrayed that we this thing, and even in recent Triple R movie also we have seen that being portrayed by another artist. The freedom movement also happened from the same tribal areas.
Correct.
Tribals are contributing to food, masalas in the food, coffee which you drink, seeds and coffees from all the hilly ranges, and we call step culture tradition farming, step farming, culture farming, through which
Correct.
various roots or tubers are grown. And not only that, they are also contributing towards the environment friendly home cultures now. The
Exactly.
homes are built by the tribal communities, environment friendly culture homes,
Eco-friendly.
and
Correct.
eco friendly homes. And not only that, they are contributing to the much needed homemade infrastructure, and for women and everyone, imitation jewelry, whatever
Yes.
you want, artifacts, human imitation jewelry. And do
Correct.
not forget the culture, their festivals, the culture, that is the rich culture and traditions which we say goes with India's unity in diversity.
Unity in
So the
diversity.
culture, those dances, and above all, those humanistic in nature, the friendly in the gestures, the friendly gestures through their customs, and they are happily married in their own community. An order is maintained. When
Correct.
such is when such is the enormity of their living, while they live, they contribute towards the environment protection and the survival of fellow human beings. Why could not both the union and state governments, since independence, could not uplift them with a more and more modern methodologies without diluting the spirit of the forest and the tribal culture? That beats my intelligence. You have quoted 1,10,000 for an LKG, even not an LKG student. If they are paying here, what about their education? Why the quality of education is missing there? This discrimination from scheduled tribes to those who are staying in urban areas is what really bothers me since independence. Still, how
Correct.
long, how many years this discrimination happens, in spite of scheduled tribes contributing so much of health and wealth for the development of humanity and every state in India and India itself. And what happened to those regular fronts in union government and state governments earmarked for scheduled tribes? क्या हुआ है हमारे आजादी से? क्यों हमारे शेड्यूल ट्राइब्स भाई और बहनों इसी तरह है? आज ने आपके शो के बाद में आपको समझ में आया होगा,
सही बात.
आपके खाने से लेके अपने पर्यावरण तक ये लोग जीते हुए हमको जीने की एक व्यवस्था ये लोग हमारे लिए दिया है. क्या
सही.
इनको अभी तक, कभी तक इनको क्यों नजरअंदाज किया जा रहा है? क्यों हमारे बच्चे अच्छे स्कूल जाते हैं, उनके बच्चे क्यों नहीं जा पा रहे हैं? और जो बजट है शेड्यूल ट्राइब्स का, भारत सरकार को हो या राष्ट्र सरकार का, हर साल ये बजट किधर गया है? और इस तरह की इतने हर कुछ वहां रहने पर क्यों ये बजट्स उनको ऊपर नहीं ला सका? लेकिन एक बात तो दा देता हूं डिजिटल करेंसी की, जो हमने वहां फोन पे देखा है,
हाँ.
एटलीस्ट हम जो भी
करेक्ट.
खरीदते हैं, ये पैसा जो है उनके, अगर उनके बैंक उनका हाथ उनके नाम पे है तो वहीं जाएगा. और जो थोड़ा बहुत राशन दिया जा रहा है उसकी भी हम सलाह करते हैं, लेकिन केंद्र और राष्ट्र बजट शेड्यूल ट्राइब्स आजादी के बाद इसके ऊपर ऑडिट होनी चाहिए.
सही बात. सही
కేంద్ర
बात.
రాష్ట్ర
So that no
ప్రభుత్వాల
leakage. कोई लीकेज
షెడ్యూల్డ్
नहीं
ట్రైబ్స్
होना.
బడ్జెట్లపై ఆడిట్ జరగాల. స్వాతంత్రం
हाँ.
వచ్చినప్పటి నుంచి ఇంత మంచి ప్రజెంటేషన్ ప్రొఫెసర్ శంకర్ చటర్జీ గారు ఈరోజు మన ముందుంచారు. ఎంత వైవిధ్యమైనటువంటి జీవిత శైలి మన షెడ్యూల్డ్ ట్రైబ్స్ వారిది. అయినా షెడ్యూల్డ్ తెగలంటాం మనం, అయినా వారు స్వాతంత్రం వచ్చిన తర్వాత కూడా అక్కడ కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వంలో రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వంలో పెద్ద ఎత్తున ప్రతి సంవత్సరం బడ్జెట్ లో షెడ్యూల్డ్ ట్రైబ్స్ నిధులు ఉన్న తర్వాత కూడా వారిని ఇంకా పైకి ఎందుకు తేలేకపోయారు? మన పిల్లలు మంచి స్కూల్కు, మన పిల్లలు మంచి హాస్పిటల్కు, మన పిల్లలు మంచి బట్టలు, ఇవి ఏమి లేకున్నా వారు జీవిస్తూ మనకు వారి నుండి ఎన్నో విధాల ఆహార ధాన్యాలతో పాటు, మసాలాతో పాటు, కాఫీ పౌడర్తో పాటు ఈరోజు మనము ఏదైతే పర్యావరణానికి దగ్గరుండే విధంగా ఉన్నటువంటి ఆ జీవనోపాధిని మనం ఆస్వాదిస్తా ఉన్నాం. పర్యావరణాన్ని వారు రక్షిస్తా ఉన్నారు. అయినా ఎందుకు వారిని ఇంతవరకు ఈ బడ్జెట్లు ఆదుకోలేకపోయినాయి? ఇదే నా బాధ. ఒక సైడు డిజిటల్ కరెన్సీ ద్వారా మనం చూసాం ఫోన్ పే, అక్కడ మనం చెల్లించిన డబ్బులు వారి ఒకవేళ వారి ఖాతా ఉంటే వారి ఖాతాలోకి పోయేది, అది మంచి పని. కొద్దిగా రేషన్ ద్వారా ఏదైతే ఆదుకుంటున్నారో అది కూడా మంచిదే. ఫారెస్ట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్ కానీ, మిగతా ఆదివాసీ కౌన్సిల్ కానీ, గిరిజన్ కోఆపరేటివ్ సొసైటీ ద్వారా వచ్చేటువంటి
Correct.
తేనె నుంచి మొదలు పెట్టుకొని కాఫీ పౌడర్, మసాలాలు, పెద్ద ఎత్తున అక్కడ వచ్చేటువంటి ధాన్యాలు ఎక్కడికి పోతున్నాయి? మరి వారిని ఈ బడ్జెట్లు ఎందుకు ఆదుకోలేకపోతా ఉన్నాయి? వారు ఈ విధంగా మనం మనుగడ సాగించే విధంగా, పర్యావరణాన్ని రక్షించే విధంగా తోడ్పడుతుంటే ఈ కేంద్ర రాష్ట్ర బడ్జెట్లు స్వాతంత్రం వచ్చినప్పటి నుంచి ఎందుకు వాళ్ళను ఆదుకోలేకపోతా ఉన్నాం? ఈ డబ్బు ఎక్కడికి పోతుంది? దీనిపై తక్షణమే ఆడిట్ జరగాల అని నేను కోరుతున్నాను. పాసింగ్ కామెంట్ సార్, బిఫోర్ వి సే బాయ్.
That very nicely you have jotted down, summed up, Dr. Saab. Yes, that is a great fascinating point that उन लोग ने फोन पे डिजिटल करेंसी मैं जो खरीद किया, I have paid through the phone pay to them. They are thoroughly up, and she is also school. She has not completed 10th pass, but 8th or 9th, she I remember. And but that sister-in-law intermediate studying part help. So ये बहुत बड़ा चेंज उनका जीवन में आ गया। जे फोन पे यूज करना, पेटीएम यूज करना, जो है इसीलिए आपने अच्छा बताया. Yeah, I have observed that they are using phone pay. See, modern gadgets, they are using the digital currency. So that is the great, and hats off to them. Such a tribal lady coming from the home with the 3 children, doing big business, and this is the top tourism season. Yes, very good. Salute to her and salute to our tribal people. And Birsha Munda, I would like to mention that another great freedom fighter, of course, from that belt, Eastern belt, Bihar Rachi belt, Birsha Munda. You might be knowing a big, huge statue has been constructed. He organized tribal people like Aludu Sitaram. So salute to all these people.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
Salute to
sir.
all our scheduled tribes, freedom fighters,
Yes,
and who are
yes,
contributing to the welfare and integrity of this great country like India and all
exactly.
ourselves. At least now let us recognize them and see that there is no discrimination when it comes to health, education,
Education.
housing, and everything else. They are one and the same, and they are in fact contributing more, right from freedom to everything in the kitchen also. Even in kitchen, if
Exactly.
we are surviving after COVID-19, those masalas, that coffee powder, that tea powder, those spices, they will shame us if you don't ask for audit of all the central and state budgets which happened, and what are those contributions of central and state governments in every budget in the name of scheduled tribes. What happened to those funds?
It must be audited.
It should be audited. That is where
Correct.
everything will come out. दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा
पानी हो जाएगा.
अगर हम केंद्र राष्ट्र सरकार के शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स बजट्स हमारे आजादी के तब से आज तक अगर हमने ऑडिट किया है, इससे ज्यादा फायदा और कोई नहीं हो सकता. हम यही चाहते कि हम केंद्र और राष्ट्र सरकार के ये आजादी के बाद जो भी शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स के ऊपर जो भी बजट, उसके ऊपर ऑडिट होना चाहिए. और हम यही डिमांड करते हुए आज की शो काफी अच्छा था. डॉक्टर शंकर चटर्जी जी, once again wonderful to host you. Thank you, take care, and bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
PRTSPR channels, and the PRTSPR channel has been blocked by YouTube and Google again illegally. We have filed cases. They should come back and clean. Thank you very much, and good night, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Bye.